gentle listener. We have previously said that the term science is ambiguous, and we suggested that science should be limited to those disciplines where reproducibility is accomplishable. We attribute the uncertainty to the meaning of science today as a result of presumptions from the general population and careless speaking from experts, who we assume should be aware of what science is and what is not. With a return to the strict definitions of science, nearly all the disciplines of the formal, life, social, earth, and space sciences become assumptions, suppositions, inclinations, and tendencies. On our website, we list the disciplines of the social science courtesy of Wikipedia. Firstly, we are amused that information, library, and political are designated as sciences, where science is understood as knowledge, although one may be excused if one reads library science but thinks library opinions. Secondly, we note that none of the listed disciplines exhibit reproducibility, although some of the fields, for example psychology and sociology, confirming research may be similar, but not necessarily identical results. In the field of sociology, we feel confident to state that if an adequately large sample of subjects results in a certain defined conclusion, then additional research may confirm the tendencies of the studied behavior. However, since the result will not always be identical, reproducibility does not exist, although certain inclinations and tendencies may be repeatedly observed. To reduce any misunderstandings, we offer the following definitions. Tendency is an inclination towards a particular characteristic or type of behavior. Inclination is a person's natural tendency or urge to act or feel in a particular way. Assumption is a thing that is accepted as true or is certain to happen without proof. And supposition is an uncertain belief. These four definitions are applicable to the disciplines of the social sciences, so-called. We note that astrology, similar to sociology, also has certain basic assumptions regarding the inclinations and tendencies of large groups, such as those with the sun sign of Capricorn. Astrology, similar to psychology, also has certain basic assumptions regarding the inclinations and tendencies of individuals, such as Capricorns, as revealed in their natal chart. Therefore, astrology could be considered as a modern science, since it lacks reproducibility. We suspect the derision shown towards astrology by most skeptics today is due to the fact that astrology has no regulatory body, and therefore, not only are the basic principles of astrology available to laymen, so is the direct application of astrology's assumptions. We recall that there was a time when medical doctors were required to know astrology. This obligation was removed only when astrology and astronomy became separate, recognized disciplines. Only later did astrology become discredited, and we are curious by what methods or evidence were used to malign astrology. Just as attorneys practice law and doctors practice medicine, so astrologers practice astrology. Not all practitioners have the same experiences, insights, or abilities, so price and participation will vary. We note that while some lawyers may be described as shysters and some doctors as quacks, it seems that all astrologers are regarded as charlatans. We attribute this general attitude toward the science of astrology due entirely to the lack of an accrediting body that oversees the training of competent astrologers and their adherence to specific standards. Of interest, the American Medical Association called chiropractic an unscientific cult in 1966 and boycotted it until 1987. Per Wikipedia. Therefore, we remain hopeful for the formation of the AAA, the Astrological Association of America, and for use, the FAA, Future Astrologers of America. In all humility and modesty, yours truly looks forward to being elected to the boards of both organizations. If the assertions of astrology were reviewed without bias, then we would expect it to be recognized as an ancient and venerable discipline of the social sciences, as astrology's claims are no more extraordinary than the claims of psychiatry. If there is a bias against astrology, then we offer two potential explanations: the blurring of disciplines and the loss of credibility. Although methods differ, the implied goals of astrology and psychology are identical. If astrology were reinstated as a science, would people be justified in viewing psychology with the same skepticism as they regarded astrology? Should they? And if not, why not? As always, the unbiased general researcher will reach his own conclusions. And if you enjoyed our chat, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel.